Data Jockey, Machine Learning for Victorian Racing. Saturday, 25 July 2026, Race 5 at Caulfield. Let us get going. Quick summary first for Race 5 at Caulfield, then I will dig into the why. 2 selections today. Seafall is the top pick, the model's place selection. Jimmy the Bear comes in as the second leg, the top 4 selection in the same race multi, not a place selection on its own. That is the short version. Seafall for the place, the multi combining both if you want the longer odds option. Stick with me though, because there is a genuinely interesting read on this race underneath those 2 selections. Race 5 at Caulfield, 9 runners, and the top 3 pay a place dividend today. Now straight up, the model is sending a clear signal on this race. The top selection is not the market favorite. The model sees value the market is underpricing. That is exactly the scenario this model was designed to identify, where the data and the market are pointing in different directions. 2 selections from the model today. Place selection on pick 1, same race multi also available combining both selections. Worth saying again, not every race gets a tip. The model only fires when it genuinely sees value. No quota to fill, no pick just for the sake of it. Today it sees something real. Let us get into them. Before the picks, here is the short version of how this works, because it sets this channel apart from most tipping content out there. Every selection comes from a machine learning model trained on Victorian racing results, and it does not stop learning. Every race meeting feeds back into it, sharpening it over time. The key difference from almost everything else in this space, most models and most tipsters are chasing the winner. This one was built to chase something else entirely: place finishers. Horses that land in the top positions and pay a place dividend. That is a fundamentally different target, and it changes everything about how the model is built. It is simultaneously weighing dozens of variables across the full field: pace, distance, field composition, historical form, how each horse matches up against today's rivals specifically, all at once, in ways that are genuinely hard to replicate manually. Want the deeper methodology? It is linked in the description below. For now though, Race 5 is on the table and the model has a clear view on it. Let us get into the picks. First selection for Race 5 Seafall, the model's top pick, currently second in the market. Not the favorite, not the one getting the market's attention, just quietly priced at a level the model strongly disagrees with. That disagreement is the entire reason this selection exists. Worth being honest with you here, because I think it earns more trust than it costs. There is no single tidy explanation for why the model has chosen Seafall. It genuinely does not work that way. It is not pointing to one factor, a good record at Caulfield, a preferred distance, the usual form guide reasoning. That single factor thinking is what most tipping relies on, and it is exactly what this model avoids. Instead, it is weighing dozens of variables together, all at once: track conditions, distance, field composition, the specific rivals in this race, patterns drawn from thousands of past Victorian races. All of that simultaneously, picking up relationships a person simply cannot track by eye. That is deliberate. If the reasoning could fit in one sentence, the model would be redundant. Here is what actually matters. The market has Seafall priced at second in the market. The model ranks it first for Race 5. That gap between market price and model confidence is the value, and finding it is the model's entire purpose. It was built around place finishers specifically, not winners, so a top ranking here means this horse matches the historical pattern of horses that land in the places. A genuinely different lens to standard form analysis. Seafall for the place, top 3 finish in a 9-runner field. That is the model's read for Race 5. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. Pick 2 is Jimmy the Bear, currently 5th in the market, a different style of selection to pick 1, worth clarifying up front. The model views Jimmy the Bear as likely to finish in the top 4, but is not confident enough for a top 3 finish on its own. That distinction is the whole point here. The data falls short of supporting a standalone place selection on Jimmy the Bear, but it clearly supports the top 4 role inside the same race multi. It can sound like a minor technicality, but in a 9-runner field, it is anything but top 3 pays a place dividend, 4th pays nothing. So backing Jimmy the Bear as a standalone place selection is not what the model supports. Its value lives in the multi-combination. Put simply, the model is saying Jimmy the Bear belongs in this race and matches the shape of a top 4 finisher in this field, while a top 3 finish specifically remains less certain. The multi only needs top 4. Seafall in top 3, Jimmy the Bear in the top 4, that is the model's combination for race 5. Race 5's same race multi pairs Seafall as a top 3 finisher with Jimmy the Bear in the top 4. Availability depends on your wagering provider, so check there first. One thing worth clarifying before anything else: these are genuinely different bet types, not interchangeable versions of the same thing, and their odds of landing are not equal. Seafall on its own as a place selection is the safer, higher probability play. The model's confidence is strongest there, and while the return is more modest, the chance of it landing is better. That is the model's core view on this race. The same race multi asks for more. Both Seafall in top 3 and Jimmy the Bear in the top 4 need to land together, which lowers the overall probability but lifts the potential return considerably. There is no obligation to take both. Seafall as a standalone place bet is where the model's signal is strongest. The multi sits there for anyone wanting the higher variance option. Either way, go in knowing exactly what each bet demands. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decision. If today's full card is what you are after, every race has a dedicated video, all collected in the playlist, uploaded ahead of race 1. Worth browsing the other races to see which selections fit what you are after. Combining multiple model selections into a place multi is something some punters do. Your wagering provider can explain how that works. Whatever you decide, make sure it is your own informed call. One more thing worth repeating: check for scratchings before placing any bet, since they can completely reshape a race on the day. For race 5, the model's place selection is Seafall. The playlist has the rest of the card, and if you have not subscribed, this channel runs for every Victorian meeting, every race day, entirely free. And that is race 5 Caulfield done. The place selection is Seafall, with the same race multi-combination sitting at Seafall top 3 and Jimmy the Bear top 4 for anyone chasing the longer odds. Results are tracked and posted publicly every week without exception, every good week and every bad one included. That ongoing record, built up week after week, is the fairest way to judge whether this model is genuinely worth following, rather than taking any single claim on faith. As always, this is purely for entertainment purposes. Please make your own informed decisions and gamble responsibly. See you in the next video.